What's happening in the hills right now?
Salamanders. Salamanders, Tom, are breeding in the hills.
He's on the other side, but...
I need someone I can trust to hold this egg.
Do you have it in your mouth?
Yeah.
What?
Hold this egg.
So there is a really special ecosystem which we're going to visit tonight, and it's called an ephemeral pool. So most of these ephemeral pools show up for only a short time in spring, and what they are is a collapsed cavern up in the high hills that gets filled with rainwater. And these tiny islands in the forest host dozens of special species which only show up at these spots, and only show up for a short amount of time every year. But yeah, we're getting out there. We're going into this natural system at a time when most people never get to see it. It's gonna be pitch dark.
Are you getting emotional right now?
Obviously, I'm always emotional about nature.
I see like tears in your eyes.
Yeah, I always cry when I talk about nature. It is my deepest love, the most abiding emotion throughout my entire life has been love of the earth. These creatures have been on Earth for millions and millions of years. Salamanders are incredibly primitive creatures. And when you get to handle them, when you look at them, you'll realize it's like holding a fossil. Literally a body plan design that's 300 million years old. It's like a dinosaur just came to life and we get to hold it. But what they do for our ecosystems is that they are the tigers of the underbrush.
The tigers?
The tigers!
Why?
They're the apex predator of the deep leaf litter. Oh yeah. As they crawl through their slimy, dark abodes, moving through the leaf litter, moving into and out of these little rock grottos, they're on the hunt. They're hunting for earthworms and other small animals and little creatures they can fit in their mouth. They're what's called gape limited, which means they eat everything that fits in their mouth. And so they go on a hunt. And that's important because with global climate change, all of our ecosystems are in flux. And that's what predators are for. Predators are the conservationists of the wilderness. And so it's these mesocarnivores, these middle-level carnivores that are instrumental in balancing an ecosystem.
No way.
It's just one button. Easier for them to breed. We can hear the wood frog, and we think we can hear the peepers too.
Well,
So we're getting 3 right now.
we're not ready for you right now, honestly.
Well, the forest is ready for us.
Coyotes in the fucking valley.
What's up? I love you. I love you too. I'm so glad you're here. So we're at the top of the ridge, a couple hundred more feet, and we're gonna be at our first ephemeral pool.
Is there gonna be life in there?
There's gonna be life in there. It's gonna be an island in the forest, completely teeming with amphibian life.
It makes you sound crazy though.
It is kind of crazy. It is kind of a crazy thing to recognize that the world is invariably, like, it's changing. In the last 100 years, we've lost greater than 60% of our terrestrial life forms. We are in the middle of a mass extinction. We're about to check out our first ephemeral pool. I'm super excited. It's just beyond this hill. Hopefully we'll find a lot of egg masses from a lot of different species of amphibians.
Whoa. Whoa.
Did you get that tight? Is that as tight as you can get?
Never
I
mind.
got 7200 on.
I need someone I can trust to hold this egg.
Do you have it in your mouth?
Yeah.
What?
Hold this egg. Someone needs to get their hands in the water.
Caleb Whelan, get
Quick. Now hold this egg very carefully.
How am I holding
Both
this egg
hands.
for you?
Here,
I never wanted kids. This hasn't changed my mind. You know what they say, now that I hold the babies in my hand, I change my mind. I don't. I'm good.
Not as fun.
I'll hold your children for you.
Yeah.
Oh, more.
Yeah.
This is like a real version of Jurassic Park.
That's exactly what it is. This is
What's the like jello?
it's an antibacterial jelly. So it's antimicrobial and helps protect it from all kinds of infection, fungal, bacterial, or otherwise. And also provides, look, you can see the little babies inside their individual chambers. Do you see them in there? Yeah, they're not quite to their motile stage, so they're not moving yet.
Thank God.
Yeah, but they will be soon. Okay, so I'm going to be taking both of these egg masses back, and we're going to be rearing them in human care.
Cool.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna first to show you this
It wasn't on my... Oh.
yellow spotted salamander.
Hi, little guy.
Yeah.
Preferably don't bring him over near me.
Yeah. Yellow spotted. This one's probably just given birth to about 200 little kids. It's in great condition. It's cold, so it's moving kind of slow. Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Another breeding female.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like finding a diamond.
Right?
Like, to me, this is like finding a diamond. Impossibly rare, absolutely beautiful. Literally a body plan design that's 300 million years old. It's like a dinosaur just came to life and we get to hold it. Yellow spotteds are a little bit more hardy than other amphibians, so it's fine for them. But if you're touching like a rare tree frog or something like that, you better be wearing gloves. Oh, whoa, she actually hasn't given birth yet. She's about to. You can tell she's gravid. She's bearing eggs right now. We don't want to disturb her any more than we already have.
Yeah.
Let's let her go right away.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
There we go.
Bacterial infection.
What happened with this?
It's a shame. Even up here in this, like, pretty secluded wilderness, somehow some of these eggs were still corrupted. So let's exclude this batch from the other batch.
Is that white stuff? Is that kind of like almost like a mold or something like that? Or like a fungus?
It easily could be fungal is what it looks like. So those are embryos that did not form. Well, we don't want to disturb this site anymore. We've gotten what we've came for. We saw some yellow spotted salamanders. We got to handle them. We got to release them back into nature so that they can lay their eggs. We got the samples that we need, and we're gonna raise these 200 yellow spotted salamanders and reintroduce them at a different site. A new site that we build ourselves. Would you look at that?
Wow.
That's a lot of eggs.
Wow.
They have laid in eggs, and these eggs will stay in this form for 20 to 60 days, and when they hatch, we're gonna reintroduce them back into nature. Salamanders are creatures that have a very low chance of survival, and that's not like with human interaction. That's just naturally how it is. Out of all the salamander babies born, of which maybe would be 200 per individual female, 2 to 5 are gonna live to be adults. It's a tiny margin. But if we raise them here in human care and re-release them back into nature, we can ensure that 95, 100% of those guys are gonna get back into nature.
What's hard about doing this?
Well, water quality analysis, monitoring, and sampling is actually quite difficult. There are a lot of factors which need to be taken into place, such as nitrites, nitrates, even bacterial strains, which break down the effluent coming off of the salamanders and amphibians. Even that needs to be cultured. So it takes months to get the water properly acclimatized for our new guests. We need to take everything into account, and we need to make sure that these creatures all survive, if it can be achieved. And I think that it serves as a great example that such things are possible, and that getting involved in citizen conservation is a valuable use of your time, and something that pays dividends to generations far in the future. This year, we're digging these new ephemeral pools, and then next year, I'm reintroducing the salamanders to those ephemeral pools. If I come back that spring and I see a whole bunch of these salamander egg masses in those new pools from my salamanders, I know it worked. I know that we did it. I could not encourage you more to get out and experience this earth. Edward Abbey, and I'm like brutally paraphrasing here, Edward Abbey once said, "It is our duty to get out there and climb the rock faces, to swim the rivers, to watch the birds, to see the living creatures of this planet, because maybe this is the last time we're gonna be able to do it." That as generation after generation has their turn being on our living planet, they're doing more and more damage. So if the only thing that you do is enjoy it, you've already done enough. More than enough. Let yourself be fascinated with a world that is fascinating.